In response to the seemingly non-stop legal failures of the Trump administration, Elon Musk, as well as Republicans in the House and Senate, but mostly driven by Elon Musk, have gone out there on social media and attacked these judges using words like radical, evil, corrupt, and at one point Elon Musk called it the tyranny of the judiciary. Basically just attacking all of these judges, and Elon Musk had also said at one point, the only way to restore rule of the people in America is to impeach judges. No one is above the law, including judges. Which is basically just their response to judges not ruling in their favor. And according to a new report, based on conversations with 11 federal judges, the death threats that these judges are now receiving as a direct result of these attacks from Republicans have gone through the roof. Here's what's interesting, though. Ever since the 2020 election result, and of course the resulting lawsuits against whoever the hell that Republicans blamed for allegedly stealing the election, death threats against these federal judges that had to rule on these cases have gone sky high. So we were at a time, and then of course with the Trump trials and all that stuff, threats against judges were at an all-time high already here in the United States. Because of these new attacks on these judges, not even the same judges, although some of them, of course, were judges who did oversee some of the Capitol riot trials. So, yes, they were involved in some of that. But now the death threats are even higher. So we went from an all-time high to a new all-time high in unprecedented number of death threats against judges, all because people like Elon Musk go out there and just say, these judges are evil. This judge is corrupt. This is tyranny, even though it's literally our system of government. That's not tyranny. That's the three branches of government: the legislative, the executive, and the judicial. Not tyranny, literally our government by definition. But now these people are facing unprecedented death threats. The US Marshals Service, which of course provides protection for these judges, have informed, at least I think it was 11 of them, that the death threats that they are intercepting have been credible. Some of these judges have had items sent to their homes, so the U.S. Marshals know that these people issuing the threats have their addresses. They know where they live, and they're sending items there. Sometimes it may seem innocuous, like ordering pizzas to their home, but that is a way, according to the U.S. Marshals in this report, of threatening these judges by letting them know, I know where you live. So, may just be a pizza, but in the eyes of law enforcement, these are threats meant to intimidate, to show people, I can find you at a moment's notice. All because these judges are doing their jobs. And let's be crystal clear about something. Even though, as I've said, most of the preliminary rulings that these judges have handed down have not gone the way the Trump administration wanted them to, virtually none of them have reached a conclusion. Like, we have had preliminary rulings on motions, but we haven't had rulings on cases. So these right-wingers, Elon Musk, these Republicans in the House that have already filed some articles of impeachment against a few of these judges, it's not even based on the final rulings, because we're not even there yet in almost all of these cases. I think we've only had one. But they're still getting these threats. And the sick part about it, and this is what's happened with Donald Trump too, is that these MAGA people out there that are doing this don't have to be told to do it. Elon Musk is not telling people to threaten these judges. The things that Elon Musk has said about these judges, he is allowed to say. It's not true, but he's allowed to say it. And they know that when they say these things, when they make these claims about these people, doesn't matter if they're judges, politicians, podcasters, whatever, the base out there, they see it And it goes into their head and they're like, yes, okay, this is the person I have to go after then. Thank you for identifying them. Thank you for telling me they are evil. I'll take it from here. All they have to do is mention somebody by name, and the base takes that as a marching order. That is how cult-like this group has become. So these politicians, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, they can keep their hands clean. They can say things that they are perfectly allowed to say because they know the base will take it from there. And that is what this story proves. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.